Hello, I'm DelusionDispeller, and I've been talking to you a little bit about some of the things that you might think are the case in relationships, or should be the case in relationships, but with narcissists they are definitely not. I'm going to continue on in that vein of thought here. One of the things you might have thought about relationships is that the person that loves you and says they care about you will keep you safe. In a narcissistic situation, the narcissist is very irresponsible and often will covertly abuse you. Let me explain what covert abuse is. If a narcissist decides they don't like you or they don't want you in their life anymore, they will devalue you. They'll call you you're ugly. They'll say you're fat and useless and why did I ever marry you? Why did I ever hook up with you? What did I see in you? I have no idea. They'll say any number of disparaging remarks. As far as taking care of even your basic needs, they're not notorious for really caring about your needs. I know in my first marriage, there were many times that I needed to be taken to the hospital and really couldn't drive myself, but was forced to because my narcissistic ex-husband felt that since he had to work the next morning, he couldn't be bothered. There was one time I almost died from severe dehydration and a mastitis infection. I was nursing one of my babies and ended up with a very bad infection and almost died from it. And he still, even at that point, would not take me to the hospital because he had to work the next morning and he was afraid he'd be stuck at the hospital all night and then not be able to wake up for work. That's how they think. They think that, what is beneficial to me at this point. It's always about them. So no, they don't usually take care of you. If you're marrying a narcissist thinking that eventually he's going to change, he's going to one day wake up and see how good he has it, tomorrow he'll change his mind about not liking me and suddenly decide that I really did care about him and I'm the only one that cared about him. Don't think those thoughts. Honestly, don't kid yourself. Narcissists rarely ever change. I'm not saying none of them do, but rarely. If they're a malignant narcissist, a true full-fledged narcissist, you'll be holding your breath till you die for them to change. They just don't. Why should they? They don't feel they're the ones that need to, I can't just knock my phone off of the cord because he was playing with it. Anyway, I'll check that in a minute. So yeah, don't hold your breath waiting for them to suddenly wake up and decide they care about you. They just don't. They can't care about you because they really don't care about themselves. I mean, it seems like they do because they're always protecting this false image of themselves. They really don't know who they are because they've learned to stuff it down years ago. So what you see them protecting is this image of what they want you to believe they are and who they want you to believe they are. Okay, the next thing is, if they tell you, I'll never lie to you, oh Lord, don't even believe that one for a split second. Narcissists tend to be pathological liars. And then, besides lying, they lie about their lies. And it always seems like, when am I ever going to get the truth from you? And then they'll lie about telling you the truth. Oh, it is the truth. I told you everything that happened just like it happened. That's not what I did. That's not what I said. You're misunderstanding me. And it's always you. You misunderstood them. You don't trust them. You don't love them. That's their favorite one to use. If you don't do this, you don't love me. If you don't do this, you don't trust me. We don't have a relationship if you can't trust me. But really, they haven't given you any reason to trust them. So there's no reason to trust them until they prove trustworthy, which a narcissist genuinely won't, ever. So, yeah, they're not truthful people by nature. Let's see. If you're expecting them to appreciate you, again, you'll be holding your breath till you die. They don't appreciate you. They only appreciate you in the beginning when they want to woo you under their charm and get you to believe everything they're saying so that you'll come close to them so that later on they can go in for the kill and devalue you and mistreat you and abuse you and discard you. Usually in place they will put somebody else before they discard you. They usually do that. They'll go to the next life person and they'll ditch you. So stay tuned, God bless.